Hey, y'all, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast, where live music and great stories take center stage. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at Teton Guitars. Whether you're picking tunes around a campfire or taking the stage at your favorite honky tonk, Teton Guitars delivers rich, soulful sound built for the journey. Learn more at tetonguitars.com. Now let's dive into some music and memories. Hey, music lovers, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast. I'm your host, Byron Duffin, and I am here with Miss Taylor Hunnicutt.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
We're in Chalice, Idaho,
Yeah.
at the Braun Brothers reunion. How cool is this?
It's the coolest.
So this is your first year here.
Yes, and I've heard so many things about it, and it's just like exceeded the expectation.
Yeah, well, one, the scenery is tough to beat.
Yeah.
You're from
Alabama.
Alabama. That's one place I haven't spent much time. So your country's pretty flat, right?
There's like up in North Alabama, there's a little bit of
There's
mountains.
a hill or two.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like where I am is basically Mississippi, so it's all like swamp, marshy.
That's where you're from?
Yeah.
So what's the town?
Demopolis.
Demopolis.
It sounds like a superhero name.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, it does. It does.
Demopolis.
Well, so tell us a little bit about Taylor Hunnicutt and your musical journey, if you will. I know, some people have probably heard your story, and I know a little bit about it.
Yeah.
We've listened to your music, but don't know a ton about you. So
Yeah.
This is a challenge, doing a podcast and interviewing 10 or 15 artists at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? On the weekend, same weekend.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. There you go. This one, I got hers.
I think
That's
this one's
hers.
mine.
That is hers. Hey, I'd have a glass of water. Thank you. So anyway, but yeah, it's a challenge, right? To sit down and then to know everybody.
Oh,
to
yeah.
know the music.
Gosh.
And we learn. But here's what we love: is we get to meet new artists and learn to love your music, and then share it with our followers who become fans. We
Yes.
hope, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us about your journey.
Well, long story short, it's a crazy story.
Sure.
But I didn't really sing a whole lot. I sang when I was really, really young, when I was in third grade. Did a choir, touring kids thing.
Okay. Right.
Went to Canada, sang, and then kind of quit. And then in high school, got a guitar.
Okay.
Ended up going to college for vocal performance and opera.
Opera.
That didn't last very long.
No.
I think they were just handing out scholarships. They're like,
Okay.
you get a scholarship, you get a scholarship. And then I dropped out and I went to work at a blues fried chicken juke joint and started waitressing there. And then
Okay.
it's all just kind of snowballed from there.
Was there a stage there? Was it a venue? Could you play there and get some?
They wouldn't let me play there, but I would just walk around singing harmonies with the people who would play there. And then eventually I started getting to sit in and
Sure.
get to do some stuff.
Yeah,
So,
but that's a cool story because
Yeah.
if you'd have just kept your mouth shut, you'd still be there waitressing.
exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here in Idaho.
No. So how many years ago was that?
Shoot, probably around 10.
10?
Yeah, it was right out of college. Or I say out of college. I went for a year.
Okay, well,
But,
yeah, I did the same thing. I went and found me a wife and
Yeah.
then went and got
I found this, so
Yeah, well, there you go.
it's basically my wife.
Well, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. We love the music scene, and we've learned a lot in the last year. We've been music fans forever.
Yeah.
Miss Shanda and I have been married 43 years.
43 years.
Can you imagine that? Thank you. And anybody that would put up with me for 43 years is guaranteed a spot in heaven. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
An angel.
An angel. So, so then where did you go? You just kind of started playing and
Yeah, I
kinda
started
hitting the road or
playing, not really hitting the road yet. I was still around Birmingham, Alabama, and I just kind of was doing cover gigs. And then I didn't come out with my first EP or my first original songs. I only had 4 of them. And I didn't start doing that until I think about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And then I did that. And then really, honestly, during COVID is when I started getting out of Alabama and started touring.
Right in the middle of COVID?
Yeah.
You were one of the lucky ones.
It was
right?
really, really odd because I would go to the places. I was going to Florida a lot. I was going to Oklahoma a lot.
In Texas,
I was going
'cause-
to Texas
'cause
a
they were
lot.
open.
Yeah. And it was like, we gotta eat somehow.
Yeah.
We're gonna starve.
Yeah.
So I was just traveling all over, and I kind of created these pockets
Yeah.
where I had started making friends.
Sure,
And
sure.
then it kind of grew from there.
Well, it doesn't
and-
matter what you do, whether it's music or
Yeah.
any kind of business. It's building those relationships. I've always told my kids, it's not who you know, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Or who knows
build and who knows you, right? And you build those relationships, and someone goes, man, have you heard Taylor Hunnicutt sing? Have you heard her play the guitar? She's got a new, and then they go, hey, we need somebody to play a company party, or and it grows from there. This podcast has been no different for us because they go, you need to meet this artist and hear their story.
That's
and
really
so
cool.
so that's what we're doing, and that's what we're loving. So you really, so did you go to Nashville? Did you go to Austin? Did you go and hang your hat, or are you still based out of Alabama?
Yeah, I'm still based out of Alabama. I have no desire.
To go anywhere else.
Yeah, because I think the natural thing for a lot of musicians from Alabama, with it being so close to Nashville, it's only 4 hours from me, you know?
Right.
And I think a lot of the artists feel like they have to move up to Nashville to make it, you know?
Sure.
And that's some people's path.
But at one point, that's what it was. That was the path. I mean, I don't think there was any other option.
Yeah.
The option of Austin became an option when Willie and those guys went back,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
Jerry
yeah.
Jeff and you know, Guy Clark, but even Guy ended up in Nashville, and I think he died there.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's Nashville is part of the music scene, but I tell people all the time that Texas music scene is huge.
Yeah. I mean,
all
if
in
I had
its
to
own.
pick one or the other, it'd be the Texas.
It'd be the
scene.
Texas. But
Yeah.
but that being said, there's a whole wide world out there that. So do you tour east much?
A good bit. I mean, like, especially when it gets like closer to the holidays, we'll do an East Coast run because it's kind of closer to home,
Right,
you know?
right.
But, yeah, we don't really play a whole lot in Alabama. It's very odd.
Really? Mm-mm. So where would you say the majority of your touring is? Or is it just
It's kind of all
everywhere?
over. I mean, we've done like, I think we're getting close to like 34, 35 states this
Oh,
year.
wow. This year.
That could be wrong.
About how many shows?
It's a lot.
Gigs.
Shoot. I think we're looking at this year, I think we're looking under 2.
Okay.
Yeah, under 200.
Yeah.
But not much under 200.
That's a lot.
If we're counting like days on the road, I know last year we were out for 200 and something days.
Yeah.
Shows, I think it was like 130 something. But like the travel and stuff, everything added
But
on.
I tell everybody, this is not for the weak of heart. You have got to be tough. You've got to be tough.
You have to be crazy.
Well, you know, I kind of grew up in the rodeo world and the
Yeah.
horse world, and that's a little bit the same.
It feels similar, yeah.
Yeah, it is very similar. You know, because you can't have a rodeo without music, and there's always a concert after a rodeo somewhere, big in the West, more so maybe, and Texas. But we do Vegas. Miss Shanda works for Stetson Clothing at the NFR,
wow.
and has for 18 years, and so we go out there, and we're there for like 2 weeks. But this last year was the first year for the podcast, so I went out. I had 4 scheduled and ended up doing 18.
Oh my gosh.
Interviews, and we got to interview Corb.
That's
and
awesome.
Chancey Williams. Do you know Chancey?
Yeah, I know Chancey.
And we just got to interview some great artists. It was so fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and of course, we were at a venue where they have live music every day. It's kind of the best kept secret. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about. Did you see her note over there? Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals
yeah.
is such a cool story.
It's really cool.
Most people don't have a clue.
Yeah.
And we just watched the documentary.
The Fame one.
Yeah. What a cool story.
I mean, it's crazy you think about all the stories you hear about, like Dwayne in the parking lot and, you know, like
oh yeah.
how Southern Rock was made there. And it's crazy to think
not
about
only
all that and the Swampers. I mean,
but the blues and the
Yeah.
and the well and even the jazz. I mean, the Stones recorded
Yeah.
there. The Beatles recorded
It's
there.
crazy.
The Osmonds
Yeah,
from
they did,
Utah
yes.
came out and recorded at Muscle Shoals.
We've
So-
actually looked at moving because where I live is very rural, and I mean, it takes me an hour to go to Mississippi or either to Tuscaloosa to go to the bank. So we've talked about moving up that way, maybe.
So it's really rural. How small a town?
It on Google it says it's like close to 7,000, but it's not.
It's not.
That's like
That may be the
that's
whole
like,
county,
Yeah,
a
that's
couple
like
of counties.
Demopolis and all the surrounding little podunks.
Yeah. Well, you realize you're in a state that has probably less than 2 million in the entire state.
It's crazy.
But
maybe that's why I like it so much.
But it's big, right? Well,
Yeah.
and we love people, but not a lot at the same time, right?
Agreed.
This is the perfect size festival. The
Yes.
Braun Brothers, and this is our 7th trip to the BBR, and it's close, 2.5 hours, right, from
Yeah.
the house. But what a cool venue.
Yeah.
This venue's cool.
I was distracted by how pretty it was while I was on stage.
Yeah. Well, did you see the pictures last night from Mickey's set?
No, I didn't get to see him yet.
Did you see Mickey's? Were you here last night to see the set?
No, I wasn't here.
So Mickey's set was he was in the middle of his set. He goes, "Man, would you look at that moon?" And there was a full moon.
Yeah.
And the photographer took a shot over Mickey's shoulder from the stage
Oh,
of the full
man.
moon. It's iconic. I mean, it's the BBR,
That's so cool.
you know, and just the lineup here.
Yeah.
So, and I was tickled to see that you were going to be here because we were supposed to meet up at another festival.
Yes.
And it didn't happen for undisclosed reasons. But nonetheless, we finally get to be here and get to interview you, and we're just tickled. So,
I'm very thankful that we made it work.
so let's talk a little bit more about your music. So, how many have you done? Some full albums?
Yes, I've
How
done
many?
one full-length record. I have 2 EPs out, and then I just finished another full-length record.
Okay.
So it's done.
So it's done, but you haven't released it yet.
No.
Okay. When's that release date?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I
Well, just
think we're
run down
kind
to
of trying
Muscle
to.
Shoals and finish. Or have you already recorded it?
I've already recorded it.
It's recorded.
I
so it's
actually
just
did it in Nashville, and Alabama Sound was recorded in Decatur, Alabama, which is really close to Muscle Shoals.
Okay.
And I mean, I love that whole area. I think
But you did it in Nashville
I did this one in Nashville.
because of the producer? Or?
Yeah, I did it with a band. There's this band out of Alabama called Muscadine Bloodline, and they're
Yeah, we love Muscadine
They're
Bloodline,
like
yeah.
some of my dearest friends. And
Oh, cool.
Gary had this idea for a concept record that he wanted to write with me. So me and Charlie and Gary and my husband sat down and wrote this whole record, and Gary produced it, and our
That's
buddy
great.
Ryan produced it, and so it's done.
So
We just got done.
what was the recording studio that you recorded at?
Amber Sound?
Amber Sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool.
Cool. Well, we've only been to Nashville twice, and only once since we started the podcast. But
Yeah.
what a cool city! I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff about that city. There's a lot of
Yeah.
horrible tales there as well.
Yeah, I think I have a love-hate with it because there's so
think
much
everyone
opportunity,
does.
but it's also like I feel like everybody from Alabama feels like they have to move to Nashville to make it,
Sure.
and then that leaves the artists from Alabama that are still there and ripping it. You know, they all say that they're from Nashville now instead of repping Alabama hard. But I think that's kind of starting to change. I think like the bands like Red Clay Strays and Muscadine and
Yes.
and you know, a lot of people are claiming Alabama again. Adam Hood, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I actually met Adam right out here.
Did you really?
About 3 or 4 weeks ago.
I love him.
So the Saints had their Saints
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Sawtooths weekend. So we came here because Gary and Muzzy were playing.
Yeah.
Right here on the doorstep, and then Adam came and sat in with Gary for a little bit,
That's
and
awesome.
I got to meet him, and he agreed to an interview on the podcast, but he was headed way northern Idaho, and it was a long ways from where we were going to be.
Did he have the kids with him?
He did, yeah. So, yeah, in fact, I was out here talking to him on the picnic table, and one of his kids is like, Dad, he goes, I'm talking right now, which we can relate. We have 4 children of our own, which are
4.
all grown, and we have 9 grandkids.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
a great grandkid.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, we're way older than
You
we
definitely
look.
don't look like you're old enough to have great grandchildren at all.
Well, that one's, we got grandkids. She doesn't like when I tell the story, but we love them. They're ours. They've been our grandkids. But we became instant grandparents. And then, so our middle granddaughter from the oldest bunch is married and has a little
Yeah.
boy who's almost 4. So, yeah.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. Oh, they're fun.
That's awesome.
Kids are the grandkids are the what is it? The benefit or the what is it? How do you say that? My wife has a saying. It's the reward you get for not drowning your own children. It's not not drowning. But we love our grandkids and our
That's
we love our
awesome.
kids. But
Of
they're
course,
fun.
but the grandkids are different.
She hosts cousin camp every summer.
Cousin camp?
Yeah, and they come and stay at the
That
house
rules.
and drive me crazy, but she's very patient.
That's so cool.
She's been patient because she learned her patience from me.
There you go.
Right. Yeah,
It's a virtue, baby.
Yes, it is. I got to ask you, though, I was watching you play over here and do your set. You got nails. How the hell do you play your guitar with nails?
Honestly, it's just because I haven't had time to cut these off.
Okay.
It's very difficult.
Man,
Normally I'll start biting them off.
I watch a lot of women play the guitar with nails, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I get the right hand. That's
Yeah.
easy, right? Do you use a pick? You do use a
Yeah, I
pick.
use a pick. But these
Yeah.
are starting to get too long. See?
Yeah, that's a
That's the
challenge.
danger area.
That's a challenge.
Yeah.
So, you got a new album. You haven't released it yet, but an idea when the album's
I think we're
coming?
going to start releasing singles after the new year.
Okay, because that's
Yeah.
that's really the new concept a little bit is to release. You tease us, right? But I've heard both sides of this. Gary and Mickey, they love to release the whole album.
See, I think it would be, I would love to just hear it all is.
Yeah.
Especially because it's kind of conceptual
Sure.
and the songs flow into each other. I would love to just be like, here's your first listen. But unfortunately, the way that, management and everyone else and the record.
I don't know that it's always management, honestly, because I think the way the world is,
yeah.
we all compete. You're competing for time
Yeah.
from people to listen. So am I.
Yeah.
So, and our attention span's only so long.
Yeah, mine's definitely.
So those of us are, my youngest child thinks I'm ADD, and so he's like, Dad, you're really on the spectrum. You're really a messed up guy. So anyway, but I'm
Rude.
Yeah, that's just him. But he's right in some regards that I can only listen to so long. So we try and keep our podcast episodes at about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because most people can hang in there for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, I'm good.
Yeah, and then we also tell them the reward is at the end with the song. If you listen, you get to hear a song.
There you go.
And then we and then we get to have you autograph the guitar, and it's always fun. So I don't know whether it's right or wrong either way. But Gary and Mickey just released a new album.
Yeah.
Mickey and the Motorcars, and great album, but they launched the whole thing.
I just feel like it's so unfortunate that everything has to be social media and everything has to be pushed on Spotify and everything has to be an editorial and for it to be successful. And that's kind of the pain of it.
We're a little bit in the same boat. We
Yeah.
have to do constant posts on social media to get people's
Hate it.
attention. We're competing for everybody's
Yeah.
attention, right? But
I just want to make music with my buddies.
Django said that last year. He goes,
Really?
Man, I got a new album, and I said, same deal. When you gonna release it? I don't know. He says, you gotta make a TikTok. And he's not signed up for the social media thing
God,
either.
I
But
can't stand
you just want
TikTok
to make
stuff.
music.
Yeah, that's it. I don't want to be a content creator.
Yeah.
I just want to
But
play the music.
Unfortunately, that's kind of. But the
I'm
crazy.
learning. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to do whatever I need to do to try to make this beneficial for me and all my guys. But
Sure.
do I like it?
So let's talk about your band. Tell me your bandmates and how long they've been with you. And
My husband is the tallest one with the curly hair, Bucky.
the tall,
Yeah.
curly-headed guy.
Mhm,
Okay,
with the
Bucky.
telly. That's Bucky. And we've been together for 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, married for 4.
Okay.
And then Tyler's been with us for almost 4 years. It'll be
Okay.
4 years, New Year's. He's the other guitar player.
Okay.
And then Bobby, the drummer's been with us for 2. And his brother is on bass now. And he's
Okay.
been with us for about 7 or 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of a family affair. That
We very
works.
much run it as
Are you? How is that traveling with all them stinky guys, and you handle it okay?
It's normally fine when we're in the van, but when we're in a pickup truck with a dog and 6 of us,
6 and a dog. That's
you
a
found me on a
handful.
bad day.
Yeah. Well, cool.
We made it here though.
So where's Bucky from?
Bucky's from Monroeville, Alabama.
Okay, so
Another tiny town.
Are you all from Alabama?
Well, Bobby and Christian are technically from Pensacola, Florida. They live in Pensacola.
Okay.
But Pensacola is right there on the line of Alabama, so we can claim them.
Yeah.
But Tyler's from Birmingham, Alabama, so
Miss Shanda's been to Birmingham. I've never been to Birmingham.
I lived there for like 10 years.
Actually, I have been to Alabama. And now that I think about it, Dothan, down south, Dothan, Alabama, is that
Dothan, yes.
Dothan, yes. They had a big farm show down there, and I
Yeah.
used to be in the ag equipment business, and so.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did.
One of my best friends lives in Dothan. I was just down there for a wedding.
Oh, really? You got a lot of peanuts in Alabama.
And when they were like doing something in the crops and my allergies going crazy.
Really?
Yeah, dust everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I can relate on some level. So, well, listen, how are we doing on time? We're getting about 20 minutes. Tell us a little bit about the song that you want to play for us today.
I think it's just the most Stereo. I mean, it's the song that I play the most. It's the song that I wrote that I think is my favorite that I've written.
Sure. Let me ask you about the songwriting process a little bit. I usually do that, but do you like to write with other writers, or is it a very personal thing for you?
It's normally a very personal thing for me. I've never really co-written with anybody until this Muscadine collab record thing. Yeah, with Gary. And I'm going to start, that's my goal for the next year, is to start doing co-writes and things like that. But it always just feels like a very, like I'm, naked in front of a crowd kind of thing. So I do it myself. You know what I mean?
What's interesting, have you been involved in any of the songwriter groups? Like, so Bree Bagwell, Bree,
oh yeah.
And do you know Jade Marie Patek?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Jade Marie, so they're both in songwriter groups.
Yeah.
And they have to turn in a song every week.
Yeah, I remember Courtney telling me about it, and her and Jamie, and then Courtney sent me one that she did, and I was just like, how did you write this in 20 minutes? This would have taken me a year. I'm not a fast writer. I think the interesting thing about that is that it says it puts you on a timeline. Yeah.
And they said if you don't, then most of them aren't any good, right? They just go, oh yeah, I watched my dog kill a rabbit, whatever. I mean, just not. I'm making that up, but they just whatever.
But sometimes they're good
because they have to turn it in on a schedule, and if they don't, they kick them out of the group. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know that they're all like that, but I think the one Bree and Jade Marie.
That's pressure.
Well, it's big pressure, but you think about it.
Yeah, it makes you do it. It makes you disciplined. I guess I understand that, being held accountable, but I don't know.
Slide back up here because these guys. It's okay. I know you've been busy and it's kind of relaxed. I can feel.
Sorry,
but we get a little background noise
if
we don't. Anyway, so the songwriter deal is interesting, and what we found since we started this podcast, we do a lot of songwriter festivals.
Yeah.
To go sit and listen. So, do you do any songwriter rounds?
I have, yeah, and I will. Absolutely.
You like that?
Yeah, I've done. Sometimes there'll be like a festival and I'll do a songwriter round in that, and sometimes it's scary. Like they'll put me with Mike and Adam.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that's terrifying.
Well, like Django, he does his little gig here is Django and Friends,
which is really cool. I think like being honest and open and like doing that acoustically in front of a crowd is way more scary than what I just did.
Is it?
Yeah. Me by myself in front of 20 people is more terrifying than me with a band in front of 20,000.
I can relate to that because I started to play again.
Yeah.
After 50 years, I started to play again. And it took a long time before I could even play in front of Shanda.
Really?
So I'd go in my office and shut the door and play. But that's the most intimidating thing for me is to pick up. Now, I sat in here for a little bit and picked today, and there was maybe 10 people in here.
Yeah.
But it's taken a long time, almost 2 years to get to that point.
Yeah.
And I'm not here entertaining. Some guy walked over and he goes, "You playing?" I go, "No, I'm doing a podcast interview and I have the artist play." And he goes, but it opens a lot of doors.
Yeah.
But I said most people would pay me to put it away instead of instead of busking out front with people throwing money in the bucket. They don't. Hey, dude, put that up and we'll give you $20. So, but
no way.
Yeah, it's maybe not that bad, but it's come a long way. But singing is a whole nother deal. I can't. And I used to sing, and I used to have a pretty good voice, but the older something's happened to my voice, and it's not good.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I wish I could because I love to sing. But that's a talent to be able to strum an instrument or play any instrument and sing. That.
Yeah, I had to learn out of necessity because I just wanted to be a singer, and then I couldn't accompany myself, and I couldn't make money with me just singing for 4 hours. So I had to teach myself guitar.
Well, so have you really worked on your guitar skills, or are you just some basic cowboy chords?
It's kind of basic. I mean, I get better by watching, the guys play, and they'll teach me things. I'm starting to play riffs now and not just playing chords and stuff.
Sure.
So I mean, it's progressing, but my main focus is
just play
the vocal delivery and just be a solid rhythm player.
Well, it always is, and I love to watch guitar players, and I love to watch performers and artists because you can be in the middle of a song and stop playing and then pick up, right?
Yeah.
to me, the timing has to be really good for that. But the other thing is to watch, like Django had here a few years ago. He had Matt Hilliard, Matt from Thousand Springs, great, but an incredible guitar player, right?
Really,
and Tyler Ketchum from Tyler and the Train Robbers. But they all sat up. But I was asking Tyler afterwards because he'd play his part and then he'd just sit and watch the other guys. Matt would play. Lead over they're just playing rhythm, but he's picking up and playing lead. And I don't know that they knew the music, but maybe he did.
Yeah.
But they're just amazing.
Some people can improvise
play by ear
that.
and improvise.
Like my guys can. They can just kind of
Well,
figure it out.
The Swampers from Muscle Shoals. Those were some of the most incredible guitar musicians on the planet, because that was back in the day before video, and they didn't even know those guys were white.
Yeah.
They said, man.
You could tell.
You could not tell.
They were so versatile, too. I mean, they really could adapt to whatever the song was, whoever the artist was, and it's really cool. But they still, maintained their sound as the Swampers. It's really, and it's Alabama. I'm a big fan.
Well, you got to be. Well,
it's cool.
It's kind of like Idaho. We're big fans of Idaho, so but we're huge fans of music. So it doesn't matter where it comes from, and it's all different, right? And it's so cool to hear the differences and hear the influence of Alabama in your music, right?
Yes.
You feel like that?
I do. I feel like I rep it hard. Yeah. And that's become my whole MO, is just repping Alabama as hard as I can.
Sure.
Yeah, so people don't want to leave, and they want to be proud to be from Alabama, because there's some killers coming out of Alabama right now, and have for years.
But it was one of the best kept secrets in the music industry.
Texas has had their time. Kentucky's had their time.
It's time for Alabama.
It's time for Alabama.
Well, they have a really cool songwriter festival in Muscle Shoals.
Really?
And I'm trying to remember when it is. We were in Nashville in April. But it's in. I can't hear you. Oh, Roger Murrah. Roger Murrah is a Hall of Fame songwriter from Nashville.
Yeah.
But he was very well. Mac McAnally is from Alabama, right?
Yeah. Wait.
Or no.
No.
But he was very involved in that sound, right? But Muscle Shoals. But there's a lot of. But they've got a big music songwriter festival coming up, and we talked about trying to go to that, but there's so much stuff going on in the music world for us to every weekend.
I mean, there's there's a festival, there's a show.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yep.
So what's your take on that? Do you see them shrinking? Do you see because there's so many festivals and so many new festivals, do you see some old ones going away, or do you just see it continue to grow?
Honestly, and I've been on tour since, basically May, and going to shows and seeing them and seeing how now bigger bands are being billed 3 together,
Yeah.
for the same price as they would be independently. I think people are not coming to shows as much now, and they're really saving their money to do the cool ones like this, or a Mile Zero, or they're not just going to do.
Have you done Mile Zero?
I have.
Yeah, what a great one. We've been twice.
Good one. Yeah. This will be my third year.
We're hoping to go. Yeah, last year it was cold, though.
Yeah, it was so cold. Oh, my gosh.
When you come from a cold place, you don't want to go to a cold place.
No, I was wearing gloves on stage, yeah.
Were you really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cold. So. But, I think people are really, saving their money for the things that they know are going to be a prime experience.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Well, there are people here we've met people here from Germany, from France. There's rumored that there's some people here from Australia. People come. We met a couple here last year that had 3 years had been trying to get here, or longer than that.
Oh,
probably
my gosh.
5. And the first year they set it up, they were going to come, and COVID happened. Second year they were going to come, and she got breast cancer. And she survived breast cancer.
Wow.
And then came. So.
Well, I'm glad they're here. I got to meet them.
Story. Well, they were here last year. So
they're not here now?
I don't think they're here. We haven't seen them. Did you see them? They were but they just said, look, they saw Mickey and the Motorcars play in Nuremberg, Germany, and they said, we have got to go to the Braun Brothers reunion.
I've never really seen anything quite like this. This is incredible.
Well, for a town of 800 is the population here. 800, and there's 3,000 people here or more.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that range. It's
Yeah.
trying to pin Mickey and those guys down to a number, but Muzzy says, yeah, somewhere around 3,000.
Yeah.
So, and last year they billed it as their 40th reunion. But anyway, so, well, listen, we've taken up a lot of your time, and it's a little noisy in here. It got a little wild.
I feel like we're in a bar.
We are in a bar, yeah, at the golf course. So, but please, thank you once again for doing this. Okay, I interrupted you so rudely on the song.
No.
So tell me.
Which one am I doing again?
Your favorite one that you wrote, because we went into the songwriter deal.
I don't do this often, but I want you to read this because this is the truth.
Oh, okay. So this goes back to the grandkids. A common misconception is that your parents love their grandchildren more than they love you. Not true. The truth is you created someone who reminds them of you every single day, and in that, they've been given a beautiful chance to love you all over again from the very beginning.
That is so sweet.
So that's not true in my
I
case.
hope my mom doesn't watch this because I'm not ready to give her grandchildren.
Well, and let me tell you what, it's the best thing you can do for them. I love my grandchildren just because they're fun.
Yeah.
They're fun. They're cool.
I'm sure I get all the karma and all the payback for the hellion I was.
Oh, trust me, it comes back.
I'm not ready for that. Me and my husband both. I don't know.
Maybe tenfold. So you better if you were
I
a
gotta
wild
be prepared
child.
for this
Okay. All right. So what are you gonna play me?
I think I'm gonna do all or nothing.
All or nothing.
Yeah.
And usually when you start playing and singing, they settle down in here.
I'm pretty loud.
I like it. Sing us a song.
All right. Well, ain't it hard to see me happier than ever? Finally running down a dream. Oh, you're a friend of foul weather. Ain't no clouds in my world, yeah, it seems. Are you losing sleep at night, knowing you don't love her? She's exactly what you need. Oh, but she's so much like your mother. Pretty in the face, but dumb as she can be. And I know it ain't much, but it's damn sure something. Two might be better than one. Baby, I'm all or nothing. Well, ball tires burning on my way to Amarillo, and I'm so sad you're stuck in Alabama. Now I'm skipping toes just to get on back to Tulsa. One night stand in Idaho with all my friends. And I know it ain't much, but it's damn sure something. Two might be better than one, but baby, I'm all or nothing. I'm all or nothing. Baby, I'm all or nothing. Ooh, ooh. Oh, baby, I'm all or nothing.
Oh yeah. Thank you. All right, you got to put your signature on there somewhere.
I didn't already do
You
it,
didn't
did I?
sign it, no. But if you did,
This is my reward.
Twice is be good. We interviewed a girl
Richie right there. Cool.
We interviewed a girl in Nashville. Her name is Mary Heather Hickman. Do you know her? And she says, "So nice, my mama named me twice."
That's awesome.
So, anyway, but okay, I got 2 more questions for you.
Yeah.
And I know the answer you're going to give me on this first one. Favorite venue festival to play? This one right here, the Braun Brothers Reunion. Okay. And if you could work with anyone, dead or alive, in the music industry, who would it be that you haven't had the chance to? I mean, you just did Muscadine Bloodline. That was Muscadine Bloodline. That was a goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. But they're from Alabama, so that was easy.
Yeah.
Right?
I've known them for a long time.
You know somebody that knows somebody.
I think I just have to go back originally to my roots and what got me started doing all this and just go Stevie, honestly.
Stevie.
Yeah, Stevie or Skinner always.
Okay.
Bring Ronnie back for me.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Skinner was, wow. Yeah. I'm a big Southern rock fan myself, right?
Me too.
Right. The Allman Brothers,
Yes.
I mean, just some good old stuff. You know, a band I've asked some people about, and I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm going to screw this up. Flirting with Disaster. Do you know that song?
Yeah, Molly Hatchet.
Molly Hatchet. I loved Molly Hatchet. Nobody, and I'm a product of the 70s,
Yeah.
right? So, but not very many people know Molly Hatchet. But from the
We
South,
were just talking about Molly Hatchet today.
were you really?
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm
Flirting
like a
with
big,
Disaster.
like, Southern rock fan. Like
And I used to announce.
Blackfoot, all of that.
Oh yeah. I used to announce a lot of rodeos and ropings and
Yeah.
stuff. So I used to play that stuff. Southern
One day we're
rock.
gonna learn Molly Hatchet. One day we're gonna do Flirting with Disaster.
Oh, Flirting is one of my absolute
It's just, like,
favorite Molly
so many
Hatchet.
guitar
Yeah.
parts. I gotta
Oh,
get
I
better
could.
at
Oh,
it.
yeah. Well, even I loved Marshall Tucker, and that's a whole nother story. I'd have to tell you
Yeah.
off camera, but I love those guys. My Desert Skies. You know that song?
Yes.
So that was the lullaby I sang to my kids.
Is that really? Okay. Yeah, cool kids then,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah. And my kids sang it to me at my 50th birthday.
That is so cute.
Yeah. The band
awesome.
played it and they sang it, and makes me want to
awesome.
cry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway,
That's so sweet.
so hey, thank you.
Thank you.
This has been awesome.
Thanks for having. I'm glad we finally got to do it.
Yeah, this is so cool. Thank you again. Hey, for Musical Miles Podcast, I'm your host. We are here in Chalice, Idaho at the Braun Brothers Reunion with Miss Taylor Hunnicutt. Thank you.
See you next time.
We'll see you somewhere down the road. Adios for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.